Have you ever heard of gravity? No? Well, that's embarrassing. The understanding of gravity began back when early physicists realized that the force of gravity is inversely proportional to the radius of the object squared and directly proportional to the mass of object 1 times the mass of object 2. Then Henry Cavendish was like, the gravitational constant is obviously equal to 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11. And so Newton was all like, we can calculate the force of gravity with Fg equals gm1m2 over r squared. So look out for the falling objects, yo.
Gravity.
Impulse is the change of momentum. Today we have a tennis ball and an egg to help demonstrate this phenomenon that we see all around the world every day. Before we start this experiment, we're going to need you to make a prediction. Which will have a greater impulse, the tennis ball or the egg? First, let's try the tennis ball. Ready? Amazing. Now, time for the egg. Ready. Outstanding. If you picked the egg, you probably shouldn't be taking physics this year. Andrew Schneider, that means you. Here's the explanation why the tennis ball is the correct answer. Impulse is a change in momentum, which is m delta v. For the egg, impulse is m times v final minus v initial. But v final in this case is 0 because the egg went splat. So it's 0 minus negative v because it's going downward, which makes impulse mv for the egg. For the ball, the impulse is m times v final minus v initial. V final for the ball isn't 0, it's v minus another negative v, so 2 mv for the ball.
Hi, today we have a little demonstration to show how momentum affects our everyday lives. We have 2 balls here. I'm going to kick the first, and... Oh, Andrew, what are you doing?
Momentum. Here's what happened when Andrew and I collided and we fell into the pool.
The equation for momentum is P equals m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Initially, Andrew and I were m1 v1, this was Andrew as he was moving, plus m2, which was me, v2, but I had no velocity, so this cancels out because v2 would be equal to 0. Then this becomes m1 plus m2, since we collided and stuck, v2 prime. So we see that the final equation for momentum is P equals m1 plus m2 v prime. And that's what happened when we collided.
Inertia. The law of inertia is a property of matter that resists changes to its motion. This is explained by Newton's first law of motion, which states that objects will continue in motion unless acted on by an unbalanced force.
It's a nice rider. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Good thing I was wearing the seatbelt to protect me from inertia, which states how, you know, objects in motion stay in motion. And as Newton said in his first law of motion, objects in motion tend to stay in motion, and objects at rest tend to stay at rest unless acted upon by unbalanced forces. So yeah, basically whenever you go driving, you experience inertia and the other effects of physics that we see all around us. There it was again.